Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to talk about how to work with the BK Precision 2831E digital multimeter. Uh, as you can see, this is the multimeter that we are going to talk about. And let's go over all the options that we have. Now, let's start with the props and the socket that we can use for connecting to the circuit, connecting the multimeter to the circuit. Now, you can see different props here. We have four props. One is colored black, which is the common prop. Okay, for all the measurement, we use this one as one port of measurement. The other three are colored red, and each of them is used for different type of values, different type of parameters, and different range of parameters. Okay, so the top one is the port that we can connect the measuring prop to measure the voltage, resistance, frequency, or testing the diode. Okay, now this prop is for measuring the current in a range of milliamp, and the maximum is 500 milliamp. Okay, and the other one, the bottom red prop, is the prop for measuring the current in a range of amp, and the maximum is 20 amp. Okay, now you see a knob here that you can rotate. Okay, this one is for choosing the internal circuit. Okay, choosing the prop between the between the milliamp range and the amp range. Okay, and set the internal measurement circuit to one of these two props. So if you wanted to like measure the milliamp, you need to rotate this uh, 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 prop, rotate this prop, okay, in a way that it points to the milliamp socket. If you wanted to like use the amp socket, you need to rotate it to the so it would point to the amp socket. Okay, now let's go over the option that we have in our multimeter. This one is the power button, so it's for turning on the and turning off the multimeter. Now let's talk about the main options. By choosing each of these options, you are choosing a specific parameters or a specific type of reading in your system. Now, this is for DC voltage. This one is for AC voltage. Okay. Now, you can see a blue button here named shift is important because it shifts if it changes between the options that we have for each button. So if you push the shift, you can see there is a shift signal in the display. And now if you push like the DC volt, okay, it would change to the DC current. Same goes for the AC volt. So this one is also for AC volt and AC current. Okay, now this one is for resistance. The second option is a blipper. So you can check if the connection is right. Okay, so this is for checking the connection. The other option is frequency. And this button is frequency, measuring the frequency of a signal. And the second option of this button is the period of that AC signal. If you push this button, it would measure both AC and the DC components of your signal. The second option is to change the measurement to the decibel. Okay? This one is for testing the diode. Second option is changing the measurement to the dBm. Okay, this is dB, this is dBm. This button, REL, okay, is for relative values. Okay, what that means is this is a relative mode. So we can set the current value as a baseline. So the future reading basically would show the deviation from that baseline. Okay, now the other option of this port is the percentage. Now, the other one is max and min. By this option, you can capture the minimum and maximum of the values that this multimeter measures over time. Okay, and this one is the rate. The rate button chooses the rate of how fast or how often the display would refresh the measurement. Okay, the trigger button. Okay, the trigger button is changes the setting between the manual or external trigger, so it allows the user to control when a new reading is taken. Okay, so this rate is the automatic rate of reading, but if you wanted to like read based on your own kind of like desire, you push the trigger button, and that's how it works. Now, the second option for this button is hold, which freezes the reading if you want to have like a better and more solid reading. Now, the ESC button here is choose for exiting the current menu, okay, or basically canceling the current setting. Now, the second option is, as you see, menu. So you push the shift, you push this button, you go to the menu of your multimeter. Okay. Now, there is some navigation button here, which helps you to basically navigate between the menus, or if you wanted to like have a setting, you can navigate for the numbers. Like we wanted to like set a reference for decibel, you can set it, and if you need to like change any values in different kind of like a place of your measurement, you can navigate between them and change it, and you can raise or decrease the values by this one. Okay, and this one, the auto option, the auto option is basically switches between the auto and manual range. Okay, so you can change the range using these two manually, or you push that and it would automatically set the range. Okay, and is also used for enter as an enter when you working with the menu. So this is how you can work with this type of this specific model of multimeter.